Hi, this is the Utah Department of Environmental Quality DEQ training video that describes the internet-based Tier 2 submission application. As shown on the screen, there are 8 steps to this process. Step 1 is described in a previous video, so it will not be covered here. This video describes steps 2 through 8. Once you've created a new user account within the online portal and have logged in, you will see 4 options along the top toolbar that will help you navigate through the portal. When you click on the home page, you'll often be asked to verify your email address. Simply click Yes to proceed. The View Bulletins link you see here is where we will post any Tier 2 updates or relevant information regarding Tier 2 submissions. As of right now, we have a welcome message posted here. Every time you log in, especially if it's been a while since your last login, it's good practice to navigate to these bulletins just to check if there are any new updates that you should be aware of. The second option in your navigational toolbar is the GRAMA search. Here you'll be able to search for any facility's previous Tier 2 submissions. One thing to keep in mind when using this search function is that it is very sensitive, meaning that it will search for exactly what you type in the search field. Just to show you an example of this, I will search for an address in the street search field. You'll notice that I received 0 results. However, if I go back to the street search field and just search for a few characters of the address, I get back quite a few results. This is a function of how the address was initially entered in by a user and saved by our database. If, for example, whomever originally entered the facility address into our database typed 195 North with North spelled out entirely rather than 195N, or vice versa, the search function looks for just that. So if you are not the person who originally set up the facility address, it's best to search using fewer characters and getting more results to sift through rather than searching the exact address as you would type it and risk getting 0 results. Okay, moving on to the option in the toolbar called Pages. When you hover over this, you'll notice the only option is to click Submit Files. This is where you will come to actually upload the Tier 2 report you previously created in the EPA Tier 2 Submit software. Since we aren't quite there yet in the process, we'll come back to this. The final option in the toolbar is called Site Reporters. This is where you will come to tie an existing facility to your user account or request a state ID for a brand new facility that hasn't reported in the past and therefore doesn't have a state ID number. When you hover over the Site Reporters link, you'll see 2 additional options. This is step 2 in the submission process. Let's start by tying an existing facility to our account by clicking My Facilities. You'll notice that I've already tied 2 mock facilities to my user account, which are both listed here. But say this was my first time visiting the portal and needed to move through these steps. Click Add a Facility. A prompt will pop up that asks you to verify that the facility has reported in the past. If this is the case, just click Yes. If you click No, it will redirect you to the New Facility Request page, which we'll get to in a moment, but for now, I'm just going to click Yes. Here is where you can search the database for your existing facility. The same search methods that I just mentioned also apply here, so make sure that you perform a broad search to be sure you're able to link up with your existing facility. And you don't have to search just using the address. You can search by facility name, Tier 2 ID number, city, county, or zip. For this example, I'm going to search by facility name. Scroll through the results if more than one are returned and click the green plus sign just to the left of the facility name. This will move the facility over to the right side of the screen and be listed under your Tier 2 site list. Once the facility or facilities, if you have multiple, have been moved to your list, click the Add button to finish the process. You'll then see the facility or facilities you have tied to your account. From here, if you are all ready to submit your Tier 2 report, navigate back to the Pages option in the toolbar and click Submit Files. However, if you still need to perform a new facility request and be assigned a state ID number, go back to the Site Reporters option and click New Facility Request. On this screen, you will need to fill out the yellow boxes asking for basic facility information, which include facility name, street, and zip code. Now, say your facility is located out in a very rural area and is located on an unnamed road. Simply type in CLAT long or NA for not applicable in the street field. Then click on the button labeled Map. This will pull up our map widget where you can verify the location of your facility. If you typed in your facility's street address, the map should automatically navigate to that address shown by the location of the yellow dot. Toggle between map views and use the zoom in, zoom out features to verify that the point the map navigated to is indeed the correct location. If you didn't enter an exact street address on the last screen, type the facility's latitude and longitude information down here at the bottom of the screen. You can choose which type of coordinate you'd like to report using the drop-down box. Once your latitude and longitude have been entered, click Find. Then the map will navigate to that point. Verify that the point is in the correct location, then click the Use button on the top left of the map. You'll be directed back to this page where the county, state, and coordinate information will have automatically populated based on the information you entered and chose on the map widget. From here, just click Submit to finish this request. We will get a notification of your new facility request and go in to approve it. This should take about 1 to 2 business days. Once you receive an email from the portal saying your request has been approved, you can log back in, search for your facility using the My Facilities option under the Site Reporters tool, and your new state ID number, along with other basic facility information you entered, will show up. Moving on to step number 3, uploading your electronic Tier 2 submission report. Navigate back to the Pages tool in your toolbar, hover over it, and click Submit Files. Choose the file that you created in the EPA Tier 2 Submit software and saved onto your computer. Then click Submit. Before the submission is complete and accepted, the portal will walk you through the last few steps in the validation process, steps 4 through 8, to ensure that all of the required information has been gathered and reported. You'll notice that this first screen has a red box with information needing to be validated. Once validated, the screen will turn from red to green, and you will be able to proceed to the next step. In order to do this, simply click the blue Validate Location link. This is the same map widget used in the new facility request process. The map should automatically pinpoint your facility's location based on the address or lat long that was entered into the Tier 2 Submit software. Remember to use the zoom and toggle features to verify the location of your facility. If the yellow dot is not in the correct location, simply navigate to where it should be and click once on that location on the map. Do not click anywhere on the map itself unless you want to adjust your location. Once you have confirmed that, click Use in the upper left-hand corner of the map. You'll notice that the box on the screen went from red to green, indicating that I can move on to the next step in the validation process. The next step asks that you manage or verify your facility contacts. My screen is already green, meaning I have nothing to verify here, so I can move on to the next step. If you get to this step and have a red screen, just go through your list of contacts and verify the information that is asked for, then click Next. You'll notice on this next step I have a couple of red screens, which just means I have to verify the information. All I need to do is click on these blue Verify links until I get a green screen and can move on. You want to do this for each red box labeled No, until the comments in the Contact Info boxes say No Problems Found. If you do see an error in one of your contacts' names or phone numbers, you can edit that information by clicking the Edit button to the left of their info. You can also add a telephone number. Say, for example, that I only have one emergency contact listed. EPCRA law requires you to list 2 different people as emergency contacts, both with 24-hour phone numbers. If this was the case, it would be stated in the Contact Info comments box. Just click the Add Telephone Number option and fill out the requested information. Once you get all green screens, click the Next button. This is the last validation screen in the process before your submission will be completed and accepted. This is just a review screen of your chemicals. Since the screen is green, I'll proceed by clicking the Next button. Once you reach this final screen, your report has been accepted and the submission process is complete. You have the option of sending yourself a receipt of the submission via email, or you can print one off for your files. If you have any questions about your submission, you can click Contact DEQ and send an email to our Tier 2 group. Otherwise, just click Finished and you're good to go. Thank you for watching and using Utah's Tier 2 submission portal. Don't forget to also send your Tier 2 files to your LEPC and local fire department.